DJ Immortal, live in the mix.
Hey, what's going on, Outlaw Radio Live fans? We are live on the air with East Coast legend, New York's own Jamalski. How you doing this evening?
Peace and love and blessings. I'm good, brother. It's good to be with you, connected. Yeah.
Oh, man, most definitely, man. From Canada to the U.S., we're worldwide right now on 25 different platforms.
Were you in the dot? T-dot?
I'm in Prescott, yeah. Prescott, Ontario.
Okay, Prescott.
I'm actually 15 minutes from the New York State border. I can actually go out my back door and I can actually see New York State from across the water from my back deck.
Oh, and crazy-ass Buffalo.
I think right across from us is actually Ogdensburg, New York.
Okay, brother. Cool, so what's good?
Nothing much, man. So what I want to ask you, man, is what made you decide to get into the music industry initially?
Well, you know, I grew up on the Upper West Side. Father was a jazz man, and I was in the streets. So I was always into rebel music. So I liked punk rock, the Bad Brains at Kennedy's. You know, I loved hip-hop, and then I found reggae. And then I just put it all together, you know? Where I grew up 2 blocks from Rocksteady Park. So there was pure hip-hop all around. Jams outside. There were a lot of Zulus around at that time. And, yeah, I got the first-hand experience, you know? And then I just started chatting, ragamuffin style, because I loved it. And that's just how I came in. And then I started to mix the ragamuffin chat with the hip-hop beats. So I'm considered one of the pioneers of reggae hip-hop. But as well, you got Daddy Freddie, Shinehead. Yeah, man.
And also, man, during those times, I always loved some of the best times to actually do hip-hop on the East Coast in New York, you know? Because like you said, yeah,
it's amazing. I was running around with Stretch and, Drez. We were all just being in the clubs, ripping the mic. So they used to have a spot called Car Wash. And I had gone up in there and got on the stage and ripped it, and KRS saw me. He's like, yo, let me get your number. I couldn't believe it. So I gave him my number. I never heard from him. Then one day I was walking down 42nd Street when it was still ghetto. And he was walking down the street with turntables and stuff in his hand. He's like, yo, I lost your number. Yo, I'm trying to get with you. He said, come to the studio tonight. I had never even really gone to a real studio. And that night we made a track. It was amazing, you know? I came home, I was calling everybody I knew. Listen, me and KRS won.
That must have been an amazing experience, man, being able to actually be in the studio.
Yeah, and I've always honored him. And, and metaphysically. And he's just raw. I mean, he's still at it, you know? So I sang on BDP Live, and then they got the BDP Live video, and I sang on Edutainment album. The song was 7 DJs. And that D-Nice on it, Heather B. He was trying to make a crew called the Edutainer Crew. It was going to be me, Heather B. But it didn't happen.
And also, you are also known as the Roughneck Legend. How did you get that name initially?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, somebody just started calling me that recently. I can tell you I got the ski on my name from Chris Parker, you know? Like Jamal Rankin, Jamalski. And then boom. Then I had the big hit with Bobby Condors. That was a jump, spread out, do it, and move your body to do. And that really just took off. I mean, they still bang it in the clubs today. It's like a classic. So, I don't know, I separated from Chris because he wanted to do his thing. I wanted to do my thing, and I wasn't in a rush to just sign a contract. I'd seen how it was when I found out, you know, and I was young, and I wanted to do my own thing. I didn't want to get the run-of-the-mill beats. And so Faith Newman, who signed Nas and Big L, signed me. First, I was on Def Jam, but she left Def Jam, and she went to Columbia Straight. I didn't even make a demo. You know what I mean? Yeah, man.
So, also in 1993, you made your debut with Roughneck Reality. What was the inspiration behind that record, and what's the story behind it?
I mean, like I said, everything just popped off so quick. I had a buzz, because then you could go to clubs and rock the mic. Not now with all this big mumble rap and commercial trap music. There's not a big underground scene like there used to be. You know, no quality hip-hop. When the group comes out at 4 in the morning, you know, it's the BB Kings, it's all. So, but like I said, I was always into reggae and into hip-hop, and a lot of other things. So I just wanted to put together an underground bizarre album, and just little by little. I mean, it's got so many crazy bizarre samples. It's not like your typical boom bap. There's a lot of sounds in there, sitars and classic samples, and I did that with my man Parker Lee. He's from New York, but he's also from Chicago, and he's down with Outlaw. I don't know if you're familiar with Outlaw.
Yes, I've heard of him. Yeah.
Yeah, he's super nice. So, yeah, and then from there, I've just been bubbling all around. I moved to the West Coast in '96. I was throwing a lot of parties. I had like Shortcut. I had Apollo. I mean, I even had Mixmaster Mike before he's down with the Beast. He's just playing at my parties, you know? The Bay Area is amazing. That's when I kind of watched Zion I grow up. And of course, you know, Souls of Mischief is my fan from way back. And yeah, the Bay was great. You know, I also got into drum and bass jungle, ragga jungle. It's all interconnected, really. And I stayed out in the West for a while. And then I shot back to New York. And I went to France, and I stayed out there for 10 years. Their hip-hop scene is off the hook. All-day hip-hop. You know what I mean?
Oh, I heard about France. I really heard that, like, it really is off the hook. Like, people love hip-hop out there.
I mean, they have knowledge of hip-hop. It's so sad that new kids coming up don't even know who Big Daddy Kane is. Or just some classic. You know, they don't know hip-hop has elements, 4 elements. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. We got to continue to, you know, drop the truth about the culture of hip-hop. It's not just rap. I hate the word rap. Rappers get wrapped up and thrown away. We're MCs, you know?
And when you brought up the 4 elements of hip-hop, one day I actually saw a kid spray painting and doing graffiti and whatnot. And I was like, hey, man, you doing some hip-hop, eh? And he's like, why? This ain't fucking hip-hop. This is... I'm just drawing on a wall. I'm like, no, man, you're doing graffiti. That's an element of hip-hop. That's graffiti artist. And he's like... And he just looked at me and he's like, what? I'm like, just read a book.
Wow, that's crazy.
I'm like, just read a book. And I walked away. I'm like, read a book. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was kind of... It blew my mind that he didn't know that. It's like, how do you not know what you're doing, that you're doing it? It's just...
This is true. I mean, before there was hip-hop, people were probably writing on walls and stuff like that. But it is definitely an element of hip-hop. It should be known, unless they're just tagging. But yeah, I also got to grow up on, you know, the 1 train, the 2 and the 3, and just get to see all the big artists, Revolt, Dondi, T-Kid. I mean, that's what we used to do for fun. We'd jump on the train, and we just go watch the trains go by because they were so amazing, the artwork, you know? I also was a b-boy. Huh?
Oh, so I was going to ask, sorry, but when you brought up the Apollo earlier, I just wanted to touch base on that. What was it like actually performing at the Apollo Theater? Because I know now, unfortunately, that place is closed down.
Has it really?
I
didn't even
heard
know.
That. Maybe my...
I thought it might have been... It was crazy. It was crazy. I mean, I didn't even know what I was doing back then. I didn't really have lyrics. It was mostly freestyling. But I just had the energy. People liked it. So, yeah, the Apollo's classic. I mean, I could hear KRS-One on the 2nd level in the stairwell, and he was upset because I had a hit record out, Drum Spread Out with Bobby Condors, and it was playing on the radio all the time. And he was upset because he was trying to control me. You see what I mean? He wanted to get the deal. I mean, this is the truth. And get the advance and take a lot of the publishing and just give me run-of-the-mill beats. I mean, I was only 21, right? You know what I mean? And I seen him do it to other heads. So that's why I didn't want to do it. And then when I finally got the lawyer and all that, he was like, oh, he's taking all this and taking all that. So, and yeah, so I had to fall back. But I'm one of the few heads I could say I sang on a BDP album. Now, Mad Lion might have sang on some records or KRS-One records, but not a Boogie Down Productions record. Feel me?
And also, one of your tracks called Akbar's Groove. Can you tell us a bit more about that? What's the inspiration behind that track? Because personally, that's one of my absolute favorites.
I mean, that's actually my brother, my godson, Akbar. He's an amazing MC. I mean, and I put him on the track. That's him rhyming, you know?
I have to say, when I booked you for an interview, I have to say that was one of the songs that I kept replaying over and over again. I loved it. I loved the groove.
1 2 1 2 microphone checking, y'all. I'm coming through and swinging through like a wrecking ball. Competition is getting crushed when AK flexes. I'm burning up more kids in Waco, Texas. So we back. I'm about to slam, motherfucker. Crazy. Yeah, I have to send you some more opera stuff. I mean, he's a super metaphysical MC. You know, it's a hard situation getting deals and really getting out there. You got to grind hard. You know what I mean?
Especially this day and age, man. You really have to grind to be when you're a real MC.
And it's nice because I heard that Master Ace joint you played, and I see him occasionally, you know, call me up a rock. I was staying in New Mexico, so when all the MCs came through, I'd be kicking it. EPMD, a Rocket Slick Rick. But Master Ace is my boy because he was also on the brand new Heavies album, you know? Heavy Rhyme Experience.
I actually have Mass Days coming up on the show next month, so that's actually a really big interview for me. I'm actually a little nervous about that one, because when I emailed him, I didn't think I'd get a reply back.
He's super humble. Super nice. Yeah, man.
I also saw... Oh, sorry about that. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I was saying also, because we were both on the brand new Heavies album called Heavy Rhyme Experience. It has The Far Side, Gangstar, Master Ace, Cool G Rap. I can't believe you don't know that record.
I've heard probably a couple songs. I honestly, I listen to so much rap music. Honestly, when it comes to albums like that, I really need to see the cover. Just to actually.
I like how you said, "Will you stop calling me up and ask me if I want trap beats?"
It sounds bad. Sometimes I have to say it on the air because a lot of people listen to the show, and when I type it to them, they just don't get it. So I have to be
the
like,
show has a purpose. It's to support and to share real hip hop, whether made this year or made 20 years ago. You know what I mean? We have to preserve the culture. And that's what's up, man.
And that's exactly what I'm doing, man. I had one person tell me, like, I'll give you $50 to $100 if you play my song, and I was like, okay, I'll listen to it. And I don't charge music. I don't charge people any money for interviews or music play. I'm not about that. But when I heard the song, I was like, now I know why you want money. I'm like, no, I don't want no money. Don't want it. Like, because it was a trap song. I'm like, I can't play that. Like, it'll turn my listeners away. I'm like, I can't do that. I'm not playing that. I like real hip hop. That's my goal, is to preserve real hip hop.
Yeah, I performed with Gangstar at the Opera House.
Whoa.
And I think that was in Toronto. You heard of the Opera House?
I heard of that, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know, it's a big club. But it was crazy because while we were performing, the Blue Jays were playing. And they had a giant screen on the stage. So people were distracted, you know? But rest in peace to Guru.
Oh, most definitely. Rest in peace. That's pretty cool. I didn't know you actually had the, opportunity to perform here in Canada. What was your trip like here to the Great White North? Did you actually enjoy it?
I mean, I haven't been there a lot. But, I mean, of course, I really need to be out there more. But it'll happen. You know, they're so tight at the border. But that's not why I'm not there. I just got to get some shows. Yeah, it was dope. I did the TV show. I forgot the name of it. It was Not Much Music. Maybe it was Much Music. One of the big TV shows. They did a big interview. I still got it. That's when they had real hip-hop TV shows and did interviews, you know?
Was it for like a kid station, maybe YTV, The Hit List? There was Rap City.
This is like 93 and all that, too, so might have been Rap City.
I think it would be the Rap City, or it might have been, honestly, probably Rap City, because we don't have MTV out here back in the day.
Yeah, it was Rap City, but it was a cool interview, cool show.
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, we don't have that station anymore. They actually turned it into what MTV is now, so it's all like 16 and pregnant, and unfortunately.
All right, hey, can you give me a subject?
Yeah, so also on the, also I saw on IG that you were featured on the brand new Heavy song, Jump and Move. What was that story like?
I mean, that's what I was just talking about, that album. I mean, it was just another freestyle, really. They weren't even there, but the song, people really liked it, and it became a fad. But, one, it was in NBA Live something, and then it was in NBA 2K9, but then they called me to use it for this movie called Happy Feet. And then, I don't know if you heard of that movie.
Oh,
it's got the voice of Robin Williams and all that. So cool. I said, all right, cool. They're going to use the song. They're using it for the advertising. Then they called me and said, Jamalski, we're making 3 toys. and they all sing your song. So I have a penguin that moves around and sings my song.
Huh, that's not bad. I never had the
then
privilege
they
of
got
seeing
some
that
giant
movie.
penguin feet that sing the song in like electronic dancing mat. You know, it's for kids. But, you know, if everything stopped today, at least I could say I got one of my songs in a toy. You feel me?
Oh yeah. I also saw on one of your posts on Instagram about jewelry you have available at your Roughneck Reality Shop. Where can our listeners get some of that jewelry?
I mean, for the instant, I'm resetting up the shop. I usually sell my stuff through Etsy, but you can just get in touch with Jamalski Official on Facebook or Jamalski2000 on Instagram. Or if you look around my pages, you can find my email. I mean, we do customized work, so, you know, we made pieces for Latifah. We've made pieces for Cool Herc. We made pieces for everybody, you know, but they're all handmade, custom designed. It's not leather. It's not painting. It's not laser cut wood. It's made by hand. I wish the listeners could see, but if they go search New York City Beadmasters, hashtag New York City Beadmasters, they'll see. What you want, we can do it. You know, we make turntables and MP60s and whatever you need. Yeah, man.
And also on September 28th of 2019, so not too long ago, you performed at the Everlast Smooth Groove Reunion Blowout Extravaganza. What was that experience like, being able to do that?
Well, yeah, so, what, you know, I'm a ragamuffin MC. So what that means is ragamuffin is patois, Jamaican vibes. But, you know, I'm a ragamuffin hip-hop MC. So, I mean, I rhyme regular style too, but mostly ragamuffin style. So I do reggae shows. I do hip-hop shows. You know, sometimes reggae and hip-hop is together. But I'm also involved with some kinds of electronic music. But basically drum and bass jungle, which comes from hip-hop. They just double speeded up the beat. You know, the amen break. So that was like a little rave-ish kind of thing that I did. But this summer I'll be playing festivals, Beats of Love, that's in Czech Republic. Eastern Europe is where it goes off. You know, they got this hip-hop camp. Every group goes there from America and from all over. It's just like 3 days of straight hip-hop. You know, here they don't have any real, I mean, they have Rock the Bells and some stuff, but it's way better over there in Europe for hip-hop. You know what I mean? And they're always doing tons of art festivals with graffiti. B-boys are crazy out there breaking. So, yeah, that's just one of many. But, I mean, I traveled to Dubai, you know, always in Germany, Croatia, went to China. That was crazy. And I've been going to Japan since before I got a deal, you know. Initially, Russell Simmons is who signed me, you know, Def Jam.
So you actually just got signed to Def Jam Records?
No, I'm saying that's when my first record came out. That's what it was on.
Oh, okay, my bad. Sorry about that.
Yeah, and I put out other records, one called Guaranteed Rewind, which is more of a compilation, and then just tons of loose singles. But I'm about to organize and get a new record out. I mean, with the change, everything changed so fast with vinyl and CDs, you know, and it's all online. So I got to get some workers and catch up. I mean, a lot of the songs that I've made recently are featurings for other people.
And also on November of last year, you were awarded the Ride the Brakes Lifetime Achievement Award. How does it feel being able to achieve that award? And like, what was it like?
Amazing. And who gave it to me is my boy Ken Swift, who's from the Rocksteady crew. You know, they're in Wild Style Wars. I know you know Rocksteady crew, Crazy Legs.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they basically created hip hop. I mean, breaking. So yeah, it says Ride the Brakes presents an RTB Lifetime Achievement Award to Jamalski for his contributions to hip-hop culture and his dedication to hip-hop traditions. His artistic merit and integrity have inspired generations, and his educational efforts ensure the preservation of hip-hop history forever, impacting the future of the forms and the culture of hip-hop. I love this. So this is great, you know. I honor it, you know, and I have to remember, you know, because I've done so much. You know, I performed for Nelson Mandela, Yankee Stadium with Chris. Then I also performed in Oakland Coliseum when Nelson Mandela was freed. Then I did Arsenio Hall TV show. I mean, just a lot has happened. So, yeah, I mean, I'm thankful, but I'm not finished yet. I'm just warming up. I mean, it's sad when I see a lot of groups that just kind of just fell off and just, you know, they're not doing it. I mean, I'm not going to name any in particular, but just a lot of heads that were dope. Cellar Dwellers. I see Tame One and them, the Artifacts are moving around a little bit. But, you know, I don't really see Mad Lion or Fushnikins. You feel me?
Oh yeah, most definitely. And when you actually said, you're not done yet, I have to ask you, what's next for Jamalski?
Well, to really focus on writing and trying to get my stuff out to the masses. I'm just into so much music, I just got to settle down and try to work with one producer so that it's not all over the place. But that's the same, probably keep investing in doing workshops with the youth. Try not to be so crazy. And that's about it. Advance spiritually first, metaphysically. Always. The body's a temple. We got to protect it. You know what I mean? Trying to stay humble and just keep it moving.
So, Jamal, this is the time in the interview that I give a chance for the individual that comes on my show. Just a chance to give shout-outs to whomever they want to give shout-outs to, and also your social media handles. That way our listeners can follow you if they're not already doing so.
Yeah, I'm ready to kick a freestyle.
If you want to do that, you can, man. If you want to kick a freestyle, go right ahead.
All right. Well, I want to big up my man Peter Banner, a.k.a. Prince Psychotic Nasty. I'm going to send you his music. He's got like a whole album done with ODB, Old Dirty Bastard. But he's my main partner. He does customized clothing. Look out for Peter Banner, Psycho Nasty. Fat shout out to Cormac, the legendary metaphysical medallion master. Naima, hold tight. Big up to Mom Dukes. Big up to the whole universe, worldwide, international. Of course, big up to the Queen Marisha. See? Now hear this. Just see the girl, Jamalski, top celebrity. I miss it, don't put it, but my never sit down, tidy. Put it aside. Put it in, LIT. We know what no name, let me tell, we know what no rules here. Yeah, permanent. Outlaw radio, physically fit. Guy come around and talk no bullshit. Tell him Jamal Rock and say me bombastic. Hold on, Mike, me well fantastic. Sit over the rhythm, we know Babylon. We don't like mumble rap, so tell them pick one. No carbon copy. Superficial fake rappers. Jamalski. For the handles, it's Jamalski2000 on Instagram or Jamalski Official on Facebook.
Hey, man, I gotta say, Jamal, thank you so much for coming up on Outlaw Radio Live, man. That freestyle was absolutely
I hope you get a chance to play one of my tunes. Did you get to open the zip?
I got a chance to, yeah. I'm gonna be playing them right after tonight's interview.
All right, then. So, look, big up Outlaw Radio Live, worldwide. Big respect to the original immortal bad boy them. Saying we represent underground culture. We don't believe in the culture vulture. Yes, we respect the art, the four elements. You see, 5 if you include beatboxing. This is Jamalski, the ill lyrical, mystical, magical, metaphysical, radical, dramatical, fanatical madman. Saying big up and thank you.
Thank you so much, Jamal. Thank you. Have yourself a wonderful night, man. God bless.
God bless. Stay up.